Huang, and I'm a current senior at Princeton High School. I first started playing piano when I was in kindergarten back in China. In the elementary school where I went to in China, you had to either pick swimming as an extracurricular or piano. So I just chose piano because I'm not the most athletic person. So that's basically why I started, out of necessity, not by choice. Now I mostly play sax as my main instrument, but I also play drums, and I'm currently learning trumpet. Maybe not the best I'm not the best singer, but I am currently in studio vocals.
Yeah.
Well, I guess I knew I loved music always, maybe after 7th or 8th grade, but what really made me want to pursue music was going to the Saturday program at NJPAC, which is called, now it's called TD Jazz for Teens, and there's absolutely wonderful mentors that just being with fellow musicians and my friends really gave me a sense of community, and it made me want to pursue especially jazz as a career option. On the saxophone, one would be Kenny Garrett, who's probably my greatest inspiration because of just the absolute incredible control and mastery over the instrument. On the piano, it would probably have to be Bill Evans because he's just the person I listen to the most. Also, in general, Art Blakey and everything that he did for the music of jazz to further it. I've been listening to a lot of Nancy Wilson lately. Her musical phrasing is so incredible as a vocalist, and I guess your instrument is really an extension of your voice, and trying to emulate phrasing and just the subtleties of the voice on the instrument is a really good exercise to find your voice on the instrument, and also to play what you hear. This is one by one. Actually, you already know one by one. Let's see. This is Pensativa. So,
just to clarify, you are a saxophone player.
Yeah, mostly. Don't really play piano. I'm the all-state jazz piano player though. A lot of my idols are the ones that mentored me throughout my journey as a sax player. So people like Mark Gross, Wayne Escoffrey, Alex Wintz, some of my mentors who are just absolutely incredible players. Oh, Valery Ponomarev, obviously, who was former Messenger. Oh yeah, so that was a final project for my BC class last year with Miss Rodriguez, which sadly she left the school.
Yeah.
And it really was just to get a grade, but I also kind of wanted to make it good. So Owen Barry played drums, and Snowy Grossman played bass on that. I took a lot of inspiration from Voltec because that's the style, the LA funk kind of thing, that scene. It was basically because I basically learned piano through learning Voltec tunes and using a lot of the voicings that I learned from those tunes. Starts with a G sus, and then welcome to Calculus 101. Having some fun. Come to room 274 and derive some more. So the first part is just 4 chords. So C major, E7, F major, G major. Actually, it's basically a chords to creep, but the last chord is a dominant chord going back to the rhyme. Everything is like diatonic, which means that everything is in the C major key. So it's just all the chords are like in this. But like for songs in that genre, in the genre in like the funk, like R&B, that type of style, it's not really normal to have like jazzier, more complex harmonies. It's mostly about something like simple harmonies. Berklee College of Music, probably. Maybe might be MSM, like Manhattan School of Music. I don't know yet, because I haven't auditioned yet for Manhattan.
And you got a full ride to Berklee?
Yeah, full tuition scholarship. I still have to pay for housing.
Tell me about what that audition process was like.
So basically, at like the end of summer, I don't remember exactly when it was. I got an opportunity to audition with a band behind me, and actually, my drummer got sick the day before my audition, so I got a replacement drummer who I hadn't played the tune with before my audition, but like thankfully it went well. Shout out to Ben Pistoner for subbing in on the drums.
So, as someone who's going to college in order to one day enter the music industry, what do you think the value of the music industry is? Like, why is it important?
For me personally, music is important because I feel like for artists especially, it provides like an outlet for like expressing your feelings. But the music industry as a whole is probably, it's a pretty scummy business because a lot of people are like basically cheated out of having a good living simply because of the way that the music industry does not pay or reward musicians and artists, especially in the United States, unlike some like European countries who have like better systems, like government systems for helping with musicians. The U.S. does not have that, and there's so many musicians that in New York that like can barely make a living, even though like they're incredible musicians. So it just, especially the jazz scene. Like I don't really know about the other like musical scenes such as like the country or rock scene, but especially in the jazz scene, there's not much support for artists, which I wish there was. So playing music and working in the music industry is very different. And doing club days, it's mostly just like background, like would you call it lounge or coffee house jazz music. It's not about you, it's really about providing like background and supporting the over atmosphere of like whatever your like club date or whatever like restaurant or whatever your venue you're playing at. I played Fike is Above once. Clemens Place at Rutgers. Weirdly, my favorite performance I did was at my friend Zach's audition for Berklee. So it was over the summer last year, or this year I guess. We played Impressions, and it was like weirdly like the most fire thing that I've ever played, even though it was like at an audition with pressure. But yeah, he also ended up getting a full ride, so Impressions. The piano, which I can. Please have that stricken from the record.
No.
I guess There Will Never Be Another You is Need to Know. It Could Happen to You. All of Me, Misty. Like all of these are tunes that like everyone probably should know. Like I guess as a jazz musician, you're basically expected to know maybe like 90% out of like the 1,000 tunes that like you probably should know,
Yeah.
which is pretty ridiculous. But like after, I guess playing so many like random standards with different people, you learn to both like hear things on the spot and like have musical memory for all of these.
So you learn these songs just from like jamming out with different people.
Yeah, jamming out, and also like harder songs you probably have to like harder standards, like something like Straight Street or like Stablemates. You have to like also like Giant Steps. You definitely have to work on that on your own and like just be prepared to play it whenever almost. You can on Misties.